All right, so on the last Zoom, we went over the ultimate Scalpers perfect entry trading system, the top of the hour strategy. We went through the handbook and the trading plan PDF. At the top of the hour at 12 o'clock, around 12 o'clock, we did see a trade on NASDAQ. This is our 12 o'clock zone. So I did take this trade and then it went into profit. I think it took me out right here. It rejected at the ATR. But right after we got off the call, shout out to Jay. He said that in the group that he took the buy because he saw it breaking the entry optimizer. So I went ahead and jumped in with him because it did break the optimizer. The optimizer joined the party. We got the buy. So now we got the range filter buy, the session key buy. Now we have the entry optimizer buy. Oscillators is in buyer's territory, buyer's momentum. I took the trade and we're now up $500. So the first trade that we took on NASDAQ, we got about $800. We're now at over $500 in profit. Look at gold, you guys. I don't know if he was on the last call, but I took this gold trade too. But I think I got closed out at the entry. That's a bull right there. It's okay though. It is okay. We're gonna get it on the next one now. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna line up the new zone so you guys can see the new zone. Opening hour for gold is 12. Notice this here. We got a sell. I'm gonna go ahead and take the sell just for the sake of measure of the training. Session key. Shout out to the session key, baby. These zones don't lie, man.
I'm glad you popped on. I took that gold sale. I changed my session key. It looks like I broke, but I'm in profit, if that's what we're asking.
Nice. That's what I like to hear, baby. Profit. All profit is good profit, regardless if it's small or big.
Facts.
All profit is good profit. Yeah, shout out to you, man, for getting those profits. And I'm just excited for you guys to not only get access to what me and Jay is doing, because we're kind of combining forces. Me and Jay been a part of the same circle since maybe the beginning of time when we all started trading, man. We started in a couple of companies. We developed our own little inner circle, started developing our own strategies. And from there, man, we just been trying to take the bulls from by the horns. But yeah, it's just an exciting time we're in now. Me and Jay coming together. We putting our systems together, putting our signals together, putting our teams together. Therefore, we can all make money together. And then from there, we got a lot of projects that we have lined up for you guys. So this is just scratching the surface, man. So buckle up. It's gonna be a wild ride, but it's gonna be a fun one. But yeah, we in this trade, if I wanted to take the sale, just following the confirmations. My analysis, we got Charco out of the water on the TDI, which is the first signal of overbought. Is overbought. Session key alone is already giving us the sell. Range filter hasn't given us the sell. Yeah, I'm gonna jump in the sell though. I don't want to lose my position. Go ahead and jump in the sell. So if I'm jumping in the sell based off the session key, my stop loss is above the zone. So as long as we stay below the zone, we're good. If it's above the zone, then we know we should be looking for buys. But if we're below the zone, I'm gonna go ahead and sell. So the second confirmation would be, of course, you got your range filter. It's starting to cross the trend line right here. We're out of the water, shock out the water on the TDI. That's a good signifying overbought situation. Once this crosses the midline, we're also in the seller's territory. So we're just lying. We're looking for extra confirmations. Me, myself, being that I know the system, I wouldn't advise you guys to do this. I shouldn't be training you guys like this. But once you understand the system, you'll be able to find yourself getting in the trade. Notice on the 5-minute chart, the conservative way to take the trades is on the 5-minute chart, or at least analyze it on the 5-minute chart. Notice the 5-minute has not given you the sell signal yet. So you want to enter the trade early. You got the sell signal on the 1 minute, on the 3-minute. This bad boy works on all time frames. So here you go on the 1 minute. We got the range filter coming in early on the 1 minute. So if you want to wait, if you want to be conservative, you can just wait for the 3-minute range filter to pop up, or wait till the 5-minute sell signal to come. It's all totally up to you. But being that we don't have that much time, I'm not gonna hold you guys too much longer. I already had you for an hour. I'm not gonna hold y'all guys too much longer, maybe about 30 minutes or so for this Q&A. But on the smaller time frames, notice we're starting to get the range filter sell. We got the session key sell. We're in under the trend, right? We got the cross here. We're already in seller's territory, so it's a early indication that we're in sales, right? And we're also in profit. So next confirmation is your entry optimizer. If the optimizer is in seller's territory on the 1 minute, it is not in seller's territory on the 3 or the 5 minute. So if you wanted to wait for the trade, you of course have to wait for it to break the entry optimizer if you are conservative.
Can you show me that, please? Where you mean the optimizer hasn't confirmed yet the sale?
Yeah. So here, notice here, pull up the entry optimizer so you can see it. Our entry optimizer is already in the sale. So you have the average true range. When it breaks the average true range, this is meaning that it's closing the downtrend because we have a downtrend. And then when it breaks, the entry optimizer gives you a buy. That means it is going to turn around into an uptrend 80 to 90% of the time. So you got an uptrend. Now, once we're in the uptrend, it broke the ATR again and gave you another sell. So we're now currently sitting in seller's territory on the 1 minute. But on the 3 minute, we're
Oh,
still in
okay.
buy.
I'm still in buys. I'm with you. Okay.
So the top-down analysis, for the people that are aware of top-down analysis, of course, you want to utilize your higher time frames to get the overall structure. But then you can start going down time frame by time frame just to see what's coinciding with each other. And the more you do this, the more you get used to the tools. You will find yourself seeing it on a 5 minute and then going down to the 1 minute and understanding why it's changing directions. Here, we're already $70 in the profit. Depending on what account you have, anything like that, you do not want to give up any profit. So I would say, and once it gets to about $100, go ahead and put that bad boy to break even. You do not want, even if it does take me out of break even, as long as I'm not losing any money, I'm good, right? So we want to make sure you, especially if you're trading futures, you want to make sure you protect those profits as much as possible. Now, the great thing about it is these tools also work for Forex. So if you're taking trades on the futures market, that is more for scalping. It's for the big buck, but you can get in at a faster rate. But if you want to hold the trades, you can take this exact same trade. This is gold futures, but if you pulled up the gold Forex chart, it's going to be the same thing. So if you're taking the trade, if you want to be conservative and you're unsure, if you just want to test the waters, take it on your MT4. That way you can kind of, you want to sit consistently, your eyeballs, your mind, your subconscious wants to see green, it wants to see money, it wants to see profit. So as long as you're starting to do it on a more consistent basis, your eyes starting to get trained to the market, how it's moving, how to utilize the tools, you're going to gain the confidence to be able to take the trade. Because trust me and believe me, if you don't know this by now, belief is everything. If you believe, it can become true. So if you don't believe in the system, you're going to be unsure in the trade. The market is going to go with exactly how you feel. If you don't believe it's going to go in your direction, it might consolidate. If I believe that this trade is going to sell based off of the tools, my belief system alone is going to give me the confidence to take the trade with no pressure. And that frequency and that energy, a lot of the times, will go into your favor. We are at $170 profit. Done. You can be done for the hour. We can do this every single hour. The session key can be changed every hour. We got this. That's a beautiful trade. Can't get no better than that. These are the trades we look for. That's why I love trading around these times, around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, power hour, the close of the day. You're going to get a lot of frequent moves. It's not as powerful as opening bell, but you're not going to deal with a lot the margins and the spreads. You're not going to have to deal with the headaches of the whipsaws and the ups and downs, trying to pull liquidity pulls and all of that stuff. So after lunchtime, when those institutional traders come back from lunchtime, they got the itis, they done ate good, they sitting back, they kicking their feet up, and all they doing is mitigating the orders before they leave. That's it. So all we do is take advantage of every single hour candle at the top of the hour. That's a beautiful trade. All tools lined up. This is a 1 minute chart now. Be very careful. It's a 1 minute chart, but notice this 1 minute chart was a very good trade. You got your range filter sell. All right, so you start with this. You got your start with the session key. You got your session key. You got your zone. Zone broken. Check number 1. Confirm. Range filter. Sell. Check. Number 2. Confirm. Entry optimizer. Check. Number 3. You got 3 sales in 2 minutes. 3 sale signals in 2 minutes. Then you come down to your oscillators. Your oscillators is now is already overbought. We call this a sharp outside of the water right here. If you're familiar with the TDI. It came back into the water, crossed your signal line right there. Since now it's in seller's territory, you go down to the momentum. Momentum crosses right here. All roads lead to profit, baby. We had $200. Hopefully somebody caught it with the kid.
Boy, I'm all in there with you. What you talking about?
Let's get it. Let's ride it till the wheels fall off. Now, if you're in the trade, all you have to do is utilize the SHA tool. This is also another indication to get into the sale because we're breaking the trend. And all you do is utilize me. I'm keeping it tight. I like to keep it tight, but ultimately you will utilize this candle, this purple candles that you see as your trailing stop. The further it goes down to profit, the further you move your stop loss now. It's that simple. That simple. Look at the buy on NASDAQ. Is this the buy or is it the sell? 510, 510, 50, 20. No, we gotta change the zone. NASDAQ is 11. NASDAQ is about to sell too, folks. NASDAQ about to sell too. Just show you how powerful these zones are. This is the tool. 5-second chart. I think you need a higher package to get to the 5-second, but there's your sell. First 5 seconds, you get the trade, baby. Man, you can't get no easier than that. That's crazy. And it never came to the back to your entry. So if you got in here, this is a 5-second chart. Not many people are able to trade with confidence with its 5-second chart. Hold on, you guys. I got a telephone call. Hey, I'm on the Zoom right now. What's up? All right. All right. 5-second chart. First 10 seconds of it was 1 p.m. One before it hit 1:01. You're in the trade. Now I'm not telling you to take the trades on the 5-second chart. I'm not advising you to do so until you get familiar and you got that belief in you, baby, like I do. Because I believe in the system wholeheartedly. But I'm just sharing with you that this tool is powerful. That's a 5-second chart trade. Now, the range filter and the entry optimizer is going to give you the whipsaw. So it's going to give you the buys and the sales all the way down. We're now $220 in profit. But overall, if you want to, you analyze it at the top, the 5-minute, 15-minute, you analyze it at the high time frames. Got the zone. But if you want to get that early entry, baby, start dropping down. But the lower you drop down, the more riskier it is. But the lower you drop down, the smaller the zone gets. I'm at a 15-second chart. This is the perfect setup right here. On the 15-second, you got the trade, entry optimizer is your stop loss. All the way down. You're not coming out the trade. You're not coming out the trade. You're not coming out the trade. We're now at $270 profit. Not coming out the trade.
At 100.
Let's get it. Let's get it. You protected?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yes, sir. Let's clap it up, baby. That's another successful trading section. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to ask. Y'all got my juices flowing. I'm gonna probably be with y'all every day for the next few weeks.
And
guys, I want to get you guys past. We got to get you guys past. We got to get y'all into withdrawing the money. I want to get y'all to the money. So if I got to do Zooms 2 or 3 times a day, me and Jay is gonna do that to make sure you guys get everything you guys need. That is definitely. Now, this sell on NASDAQ, the sell is setting up. First thing I will wait on, this is a 1-minute chart now, but the first thing I will wait on, if I'm on the lower time frames, range filter is already giving us a sell. Session key, for some reason, haven't given us the sell yet, but that's okay. Range filter giving us a sell. Notice we're in seller's territory in the oscillators. We've already crossed. What we waiting for? What we waiting on, folks? We're waiting on one more tool. What is it? The entry optimizer, and there it goes. Take the sell. Take the sell. Stop loss is above the zone. Entry optimizer gave the sell. Take the sell. Is it going to happen 100% of the time? It's not going to work 100% of the time. But we going straight into profit though. I like that. I like that. So I will put my stop loss maybe. This is NASDAQ, so I don't want to do too much. I'm going to put the stop loss where it says stop loss because the entry optimizer will give you your entry. Take profit 1, 2, and 3. Stop loss. We're already at $100, folks. Let's get it. I'm gonna go ahead and NASDAQ is a little pushy, so I'm gonna go ahead and start protecting them profits, baby. That's another successful trade for the day. We're on the road. We are on a roll. Now, if you are trading and if you're unfamiliar, if you don't like the spreads, or if you don't want to risk that much, because it's about to take me out. This is why I don't like NASDAQ. That's why I like RTY, man, because it gives you a little bit more room. But if you trade NASDAQ, you can always trade the mini. You don't have, I mean, you don't always trade the micro. So if NASDAQ is $10 a contract, go to them, then go. When it does that, I swear I do. I swear I do. And I'm not about to teach y'all no bad habits. If it takes you out the market, don't chase it. Don't chase it. I was damn near about to chase it though. Eddie's gonna go too. Don't chase it. If it takes you out, do not chase it. If it takes you out in profit, just wait to trade another hour because you're gonna get another zone in the next hour. You don't have to chase it, even though you missed it. The fear of missing out is what kicks a lot of behinds in the retail space. People are fearing they're missing out on money. I do it. I do it still to this day. I almost did it live, but I don't want to treat y'all, train y'all, and teach y'all bad habits. If it takes you out, even if you got to walk away from the computer, turn it off. Do something else for the next 30 minutes because you're gonna have a zone. You're gonna get a zone. You're gonna be able to take charge and take control at any given hour in the market. So you don't have to chase it. If it took you out, that's fine. That's cool. As long as it took you out in profit, live to trade another day. And in our case, live to trade another hour. Because it damn sure took me out and kept going.
So on my gold, I hit take profit 3 on the 1 minute. Okay, nice. So I close those out, but I want to re-enter. I want to. All right, so I want. So this is where I wait for it to go back to my go back to my session key.
So you want to re-enter on gold?
Yes. So I need to change my session key to the next hour and then wait on that zone. Correct.
That's it. So I'll change it to 13. So if you're currently using it and you change the hour and you notice that it's giving you all of this squiggly line, that means it's creating the zone. And then at 2 p.m. Eastern, that zone is going flatline, and then you'll be able to take the trade based off of right now. The range filter is already starting to give a buy, so it all depends on what the session key gives us. Now you can use this the range filter with the TDI, the oscillators, and the entry optimizer. You don't have to necessarily wait for the session key. Because last couple sessions, even Jay, I'm trying to get Jay caught up to speed because originally Jay was using just the entry optimizer with his ultimate scalping strategy. So he was using these tools here, and then once it breaks the entry for here and the entry optimizer, he's taking the trade. He's not even waiting for the session key. But I'm utilizing the session key because I want to get some guys that, especially that are new to futures or new to trading, that you don't have to chase it, you don't have to force it, you don't have to jump in the middle of the hour if you don't want to, or if you're unsure. If you're unsure, all you have to do is just wait for that zone. Every hour is going to give you a new zone. That way you have that confidence. Because once you get the confidence and you start believing in the trades, I'm telling you, the trades is going to start going in your favor. But a lot of people are jumping in, they're unsure, they're taking signals, they don't necessarily know what they're doing, they're just going off of word, and they still don't believe in the actual signal or believe in the tool yet. A lot of the times it won't go in their favor. So once you put that belief system in what you're doing, I mean, that's anything in life. One belief is everything. If you believe, you can achieve. So once you start believing in the system, you're seeing the system working right now. Like right now, if you wanted to take the trade based off of how the Bogan Effect and the ultimate scalper strategy is, you got the buy on the entry optimizer, you got the buy on the range filter, you got the buy on the entry optimizer, buy on the range filter. You already oversold. It's starting to cross. You're already starting to get the momentum going up. So you'll just wait for the cross, and you can take this trade based off of these signals here. That's if you want to take a trade in the middle of the hour. You can take this buy. But if you want to wait,
I already took those buy.
If you want to wait, like I said, the session key is clear out all of the noise, because at that top of that hour, the institution's not trading in the middle. That's only retail trading. They trade at the top of the hour, 4 hour, or the daily. And sometimes that hour candle may fall in line with a 4 hour candle, and you will still get that same amount of volume. So the top of the hour is really where they trade. So I like to trade with the banks. But the tools are so powerful, you can catch yourself at just around this time, this trade is going into profit. So I'm not saying it doesn't work in the middle of the hour, but until you get used to trading with the tools, I would suggest that just make sure that you are aware of what zone you're trading from, where you're trading at. Just like here, if we was in the middle of this candle on NASDAQ, notice we got the sale, it broke the entry optimizer, but in the middle of the hour, we got a pullback. We're in a pullback. So if we had to caught it late, the fear of missing out, then now we are losing profits. That trade that I wanted to jump in, because I thought I was about to miss out on some profits. Look at me now. Sway. Don't chase the market. The market will always reveal itself, especially with this session key tool. Because so if you miss it, you just wait for the next hour, and then you'll get a whole nother zone and a whole nother trading opportunity. So yeah, shout out to Lola. She made a quick 100 before the pullback. She got in on that break. Shout out to Lola. We got a couple people making some money today. That's what I like to hear, man. I'm excited for you guys. We just getting started, honestly. Just getting started. So being that you guys are already starting to see the results, that's a great thing because we're gonna turn it up full throttle next week. We still trying to get everything together in the group. Now, this is another thing I want to teach you guys while I'm seeing it. Here's a perfect example of a break and retest. So if you missed it the first time, this is if I'm using the session key and I'm trading in the middle of an hour, these are one of the trades that I would take. If it already broke below the zone and it broke the ATR and then it shot back up into the zone, this is a liquidity pool. They want to sell, but they're trying to knock out all the retail traders out first to get a higher price so they can sell again. This is one of those situations. So if it never breaks above the zone, if this doesn't break above the zone and it comes back below the zone, I take the trade as if it started all over again. But if it breaks above the zone, then you recalculate and you wait for the buy because it can naturally buy above the zone and keep going. But if it comes into the zone and it doesn't break above the zone, but it breaks back below the zone, these sales signals still apply and you can take the trade again. So we're going to see what happens. 15 seconds, it's at the top of the zone. See what happens. See if it reacts on this 15-second chart. Broke above, so we're breaking above. 1 minute hasn't broken above yet. Don't let them wicks fool you. They'll try it. They'll try it every time, too. Don't let the wicks trick you now. We're at the top of the zone, but we wicking. Ooh. 5 minute. Top of the zone. It's a wick. Don't let the wicks trick you. I just like to see it in real time. So I go down to the lower time frame. If I can get this break of the ATR on the lower time frame, well, no, it looks like it's going to buy. It's breaking above now. Let's see. It is breaking above. So we just recalibrate. Still trying to wick. Let's see what it does. If we can get a rejection on this 5 minute, that's why you always want to look at it on the higher time frames. This 5 minute candle is currently above, but it hasn't closed yet. You want to wait for it to close above. If it closes above, then that's an indication that's a good break. We're gonna see. It's breaking though. We're gonna see if it closes. No, it's gone. It's gone, folks. I'm glad I didn't get in that sale. All right, so what we looking at now, let's see if I can leave y'all with a trade for the day. That looks like a good buy, too. Ooh. Let's see first. Before I end this training, see if we can give y'all a good trade, or we can at least lead up to the next session. And we're at the top of this supply zone right here. Top of the zone, or coming into the zone anyway. Might get a little rejection. What time is it? 1. All right, so 2 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock. Oh, you got a question? Go ahead, shoot fire away. Before we end the call, I do want to make sure you guys' questions are asked. I can get long-winded. So if you got a question, feel free. Okay, so they wanted me to go over the settings on the session key regarding the stop pips and the take profits. Okay, so let's utilize gold. Session key. Now, here in the settings, on the inputs, this is your open hour. This is where you change the zone. Oh, let's go back to that. What was that? Where we at? All right, this is going to be 2 o'clock zone. So 1 o'clock zone. Hold on. This is 2 p.m. Eastern for gold. That is forming. 3 p.m. Yesterday's 3 p.m. zone. This is why I say these zones are very important. This was yesterday's 3 p.m. zone. It is now the very next day at 2 p.m. And look at the rejection. Can't make this up.
Nice.
Even though this zone was all yesterday, and this is a 24-hour zone, so the zone never changed, and then it comes to almost 24 hours later, and you got a rejection. I'm telling you, the institution's trading on these zones for a reason. Shout out to the session key. But yeah, so let's go back to the original question. They wanted me to go over the settings. So that's where you would change your hour. Let's go back to the current hour. High-low gap. I utilize 0 because it's a smaller gap. If you want to be conservative, you can go to 1. Notice that the gap gets a lot bigger. So if you want to trade on like the 1 minute chart or the 15-second, you can use the 1. But if you want a higher time frame, you want to make sure that that zone is as small as possible. So I use a 0. Now to stop pips, I have. Let's go back to these last zones so we can see it. Stop pips, we have 2. So you got entry. This is 2 pips. This is futures. So this is being counted as points. This is really 20 points. This is entry. Your stop pips is 20 points, right? So if gold is $10 a contract, 20 points. This is a $200 move. You're risking $200. Take profit 1, $200, $500, $1,000. Now you can change this to whatever you want. So when you open the tool and you first put the tool up there, it may have a 0 because originally we created these tools for Forex. So if you're trading on Forex, you want to make sure it's 20 pips, 20 pips, 50 pips, or however you see fit, whatever your take profit parameters are. But if you're trading, notice now the entry and the stop loss, you don't want it that wide. That's too much of a gap. So if you're trading futures, all you have to do is just take off the 0. So you want to make sure it says 2 pips, 2 pips, 5 pips, 10 pips, which is counted as points. So that's 20 points, 20 points, 50 points, and 100 points. Now, the style, I utilize a black background. This is the zone background. So you can either have the white lines. I like to have the zone so I can see it. You can change the color to whatever color you like, depending on your color scheme for your trading view. Everything else stays the same other than the plot backgrounds. I take these plot backgrounds off. Some people like to see it just for a visual purpose, but if you're using multiple tools, it can get a little confusing, especially if you add the entry optimizer, because the entry optimizer has the same backgrounds. So I take mine off. I just leave the lines so I can see it. So you got your entry, take profit 1, 2, and 3, and the stop loss. The entry optimizer does the same thing. So sometimes it may go against each other. So you just got to make sure what you're looking at. So right now, the entry optimizer is in a buy, and it gives you your entry, take profit 1, 2, and 3, and the stop loss. But your session key is currently in the sale from earlier. Here's your entry, take profit 1, 2, and 3, and the stop loss. So it all depends on when you got in the trade. If you got in the trade for the entry, from the session key, you're currently in the sale. You already hit take profit 1. But if you didn't get in on that trade and you're in a buy, you're currently in a buy. Here's your take profit 1, 2, and 3, and your stop loss. So the same thing applies for the entry optimizer. You want to make sure that those BG color up. We used to use this just for visual purposes. Like I said, you want to believe in what you're doing. So if you're noticing that you want to trade, but the color, okay, there you go. Notice you're trying to buy, but you notice on the chart it's red. Price is in red territory. You know you're not supposed to be buying. So just for visual standpoint, that's why we had it up there. But once you understand the tools and you know how to use the tools, you don't necessarily want to over saturate the chart, right? We want to try to make it as clean and as simple as possible. Look at these trades on the 1 minute chart on gold. This is just the range filter, the SHA, and the entry optimizer. Clean sell, clean buy. Shout out to the entry optimizer, the Petsystem, and the ultimate scalper toolkit, man. Y'all gonna have some fun with this once y'all get used to it. Y'all gonna be taking trades like pros when we get done with y'all. Huh. But yeah, this session is about to end. So if you guys don't have any, yeah, crypto, we can trade anything with this tool. You can, like I said, Forex. We started with Forex. We was taking this trade. We was doing
My
this
brother,
before.
I'm not trying to interrupt. This is easier sometimes just to speak. So my question is directly the ranges. What would you use for crypto? For example, when you're using the futures, you're on 22510. Forex is 225 100 or 22, 20 20 50 100. What are the ranges for crypto? Because the markets are different in the relationship of how they move against each other.
True indeed, true indeed. So all I would do is I will pull it up. We're gonna do it right now. I pulled up Bitcoin. Ooh.
All right.
Had to get a bounce. Look at this
Jump
zone. This is a zone from yesterday, 3 p.m., 2 p.m.
All right. So right now, what session are you in for the hour for crypto?
This is the openings is 12, but this was yesterday. So if you wanted to get the current 13, 14, no, it can't be that far. Must be 11.
Yeah, see, I just got to master all those zone numbers, and I'll be straight on that. But I just want to make sure I match with you here.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to catch it for you. Hold on. Why is Bitcoin off? I know gold is 1 hour different than the indices. Okay, here we go. We starting to, ooh, look at that buy. Beautiful buy, retest. All right, so we getting in 16. Ooh, look at that sale. that must have been 1 o'clock. So this 16 is 1 o'clock.
Okay.
17, 2 o'clock. I need to write that down too, because I really
I got it right now. 17 is 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. And then you go from there. 18 is 3 p.m.
Got
19 is 4 p.m. But yeah, that was a nice sale.
So we're gonna run basically at 17 because we're looking for the new hour. And then for the stop pips, though, again, because a lot of people they work in pips versus numbers. It's weird. I work in numbers. Like I see numbers easier than the pips. And that's where, again, based off the actual settings, what would you advise to use for the crypto market specifically?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm seeing it now, Cole. So everything is bunched up. Stop loss. Where's the entry at? All right, so let's see. Let's try 20. Let's try to utilize it as if it was pips. See if that gives us the room that we're looking for.
Heard. Let me try that as well.
That ain't it either. Ooh, add a 0 to that thing.
Yeah.
That ain't it either. Lord.
That's what I'm saying. It's so separated. Yeah, and that's why I had to propose it. It was just easier to speak versus text it. But that's what I'm focusing on again, because I know everybody's out there doing Forex and futures, but I'm super large into crypto and I'm running other indicators against your indicators. And I mean, everything's in zone. I mean, tightly. We're only off at sometimes by $9, maybe a couple of times by 200, depending. But I'm looking at figuring out how to like zone you in to those other indicators where you guys line up, boom, 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 right? Like you said, having multiple indicators allows the success of the trade. And more importantly, allowing the technology, the computer interface to do the work for us anymore. Not saying that we're lazy. You have to know how to trade charts, but if you have a secondary in your mind, that's why all this technology is valid.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make it easy.
And that's the only reason I was trying to bring up crypto. So if you want to shout me out at different times, just let me know what you would kind of hone in on the crypto, because mine's just a little bit too spaced out. And I'm just trying to figure that little. I mean, these are minor things to me, but just a general question. Because again, ultimately, the software is going to be utilized in all spectrums of the marketplaces.
Indeed, true indeed. Yeah, and I'm looking because I really don't trade Bitcoin on the futures, but now that I'm looking at it, we can add the crypto, because I believe I spoke with you earlier in the Zoom. I mean,
you did.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I was on the same page. Yeah,
you are, brother. You are. Yeah, so just shout me back out and everything on that. I mean, I was just happy to tap back in and join in. I'm gonna put myself on mute, let you finish up, but just something to think about here. Just as another layer and option. And also, I work with MT5, MT4, And it's just interesting to see the different platforms. Personally, I think a lot of people are very subjective to MT4 because obviously it's been around, but I kind of hit the floor running with MT5 because it's like brand new, learn the new. Again, technology is going to overrun the old. So that's kind of just my things of where I've looked at the different relationships of these indicators between the variances of platforms. So, but you're definitely spot on. I mean, when you're within 9,200, there's been a couple of different trades. Like the other trade the other day was like $9 and some change. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better than that to be proven through testimony about what you all are doing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
Yeah, we
shout me out, brother. I'm gonna let you conclude, and blessings to everybody else on the line and listening into this today.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. And we definitely we're gonna work. We're gonna put something together. I'm gonna hit you up after the Zoom sometime today and see if we can cook up in the kitchen. I love to eat. Cheers. Shout out to Ty, man. We gotta and there's quite a few of y'all that's gonna be coming forward as you learn. We're gonna be coming from within. So we're gonna be doing a lot of things inside the group, bringing everybody up to speed. But once everybody starts to grab the bull by the horn and keep the bear in the trap, the Bulls versus the Bears, we're gonna be doing just fine. So we got a lot of things in store. We got a lot of things ahead. Hopefully this Zoom does not cut off on us. I think we got a couple more minutes. So if anybody else has any questions before we end, if not now, you can always ask in the chat. If you're a little shy to unmute, you can ask in the chat now or later. Some people will say now or never, but we'll never do that to y'all. We'll let y'all gracefully get your questions together. Yeah. All right, give me 1 second, you guys. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna put that on the to-do list. Crypto. Let's see what we can do in the crypto space. Because if that's the case, we can be trading on the weekend, baby. Shout out to our weekend traders out there. Shout out to the binary group as well, man. We got
I hate to be that way, but that's really the truest part of the statement is that's why I really got involved in crypto. It's 24/7. It's wherever. It's not so much chasing time zones. We start at one time zone and it repeats 24 hours, 7 days a week, same patterns. And it's just like with Forex and futures, because of the government intervention, we've been subjected to forced and regulated hours. That's what the beauty of crypto is in so much ways, is against the regulation. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, especially when you're a full-time trader and you love trading, you just love trading. And because before that, the weekend was everything. Everybody couldn't wait for the weekend. Me, I can't wait for Monday. I'm trying to get back to the charts.
So right, trading, I know it. I'm cheesing right now. Very beautiful. I appreciate you and Jay, 100%.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys as well, man. That's helping in the background. That's putting everything together. We a team. We come together as one. So yeah, if you guys don't have any other questions, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude the call. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. We're gonna be breaking down these sessions